And we are live, and we are live, and we are live. Sound check quick 1 2 3 1 2 3. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comments. We're I just don't want this. I don't want to start, and then it's like no one can hear me. So 1 second. Cool. I can hear it. I can hear it. Good stuff. Thank you, Terry. Welcome everybody. We're gonna start this. We're gonna start this X Live spaces in like 20 minutes. So before then, we're gonna get as many people as we can here, and then we're gonna shift there and have an awesome time. Have an awesome time. Solutions, my man. Glad that you're a Patreon. For Patreon members, you guys get access to all the charts that I do and even new ones that are coming, um, and a few other things exclusively. Um, and the higher the level you guys go in the Patreon, the more you can, the more access do you have to edit the thing, however way you like it. So thank you, my man, for being part of the Patreon. Love it. Well, Tesla, too many recall slip stock. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that and the X as well. Why it slipped. I talked about it in. I made a separate video on my X subscribers on why this was the case, why it went down, and it's just so stupid. But we'll talk about it in the X Live as well. Sheesh, howdy, Pejjy, how you doing, Jittery Hobo? That's an interesting name. Call in, my man. Where are you? Where are you, my man? You come here and there, but I don't see you as often, my man. But love, great to see you here, man. Great to see you here. So, how is everyone doing? How is everyone's weekend? How's your portfolios? Let me ask that. Because I do know that if you guys held for the past 60 days, you are enjoying your gains. You guys are enjoying your gains, man. What's your prediction for Nvidia and Tesla next week? I have no idea for Nvidia because I don't follow it as much, even though all my predictions for Nvidia has been pretty much on point, except that 10x that we had. I didn't expect that to happen. But for Tesla, I just don't see why it wouldn't continue going up. I just don't see a reason why. So, and next week is the actual Santa Claus week. So let's see. Let's see what happens. Tasmia. Hi, Pejjy. How you doing? How are you? I'm scared of the stock movement down. Why? Why are you scared? I mean, the stock, this is nothing compared to what we've been through for the past 3 years. So don't be scared. In fact, any dips you see, you should probably dollar cost average in. Not financial advice, but that's what I'm doing. And I've dollar cost averaged throughout all the scary times. Since 2021, that went from 400 to $100. Imagine that. Imagine your portfolio went from $400, or your investment went from $400 per share to $100, 80% in the negative, my man. Now, granted, I bought in 2020, so I had wiggle room, but I also dollar cost average all the way up to 300. And then from 400, yeah, that's it, over 300, I stopped buying because I just didn't think it was valued. It shouldn't be valued that much. Then from 400, when it went back down, I started dollar cost averaging back in the 300s. And then it went down to 100. Now imagine that. My portfolio was in negative 50%. And I was happy because I was buying as much as I could in the 100 range. I dumped my whole entire savings then. And now I've dollar cost averaged so much. I have over 1,000 shares. And now my portfolio is like, I got like 500,000 in like my portfolio because of that. So, and now I'm saying that anything under 400 is a steal because the company within the 3 years, it's just been doing insane things. It's been doing insane things. So again, if you're scared, my man, that means you're not in it for the long term. So if you're buying the stock, you should at least hold on until 2030, at least until 2030. And the longer it goes, the better. So that's how I see it. Master Alpha, good day. How you doing, my man? Down 10K this week. That's nothing. That's nothing. Imagine being down. Imagine being down $200,000 for 2 years. Yeah. Don't sell it because then you'll actually be down 10,000 pounds. So don't let your emotion kick in. This is a long-term investment, my man. The prices today are nothing compared to the prices are going to be in the next 5 years. My 2030 stock price prediction is above 2000. So, you know what I mean? So don't get scared, don't get emotional, think logically and think long term. You're going to do wonderful, my man. Don't worry. Seven figures, let's flip and go. Almost sold Tesla Friday. Why? I bought on Friday. I waited for it to go in the low 400s and I bought. Heck yeah. True. Exactly, my man. Exactly. Santa Claus. I hope you guys are having a great Christmas. I know Christmas is supposed to be in a couple days or so. So I wish you guys a great Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. I had 3,000 on option, lost it and lost. It got 400. Jeez, 3,000 option. Sheesh. I stay away from that, man. Even though I know I could make good money, but I stay away from the. Hey, Pejjy, I've been in Tesla since 2013, bro. My man, 2013. Between then and 2019, you made no money. And then the year after that, from 2020, you made all the money. See, long-term investment. Long-term investment. You're right. Nobody should worry if you're thinking long-term in the future. Absolutely. Facts. Absolutely. Good one. Terry with the emojis. My PPS is 183. I'm all good. Yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing. I think I'm at 208. So that's good stuff. Tramontini, 925 shares, bro. You got to get that $1,000. Sorry, 1,000 shares, man. You're 75 shares away. I know it's hard now because it's over 400. It is, but 75 shares away, man. You know what to do in the next big dip. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. And I'll talk about that in the spaces when I think we can see a dip and stuff like that. Should be starting in less than 15 minutes. Do you do options? No, I don't. I don't trade options. I would love to know. Maybe the next stock split. The next stock split when I have maybe quadruple the amount of shares that I do, over 4,000, then I'll think about options. Definitely will think about options. 7,500 shares. Sheesh, dude. So that means you've bought before 2020. Smart man. Smart man. To me, that sounds like you bought maybe 500 shares, 600 shares? Because then it did a 5-for-1 split and a 3-for-1 split. Yeah, 500 shares before all that. Good stuff, my man. Good stuff. Terry's a little bit like, whoa, what's going on? Mika, don't sell Tesla before December 30. Yeah, look, my advice to you guys, and this is financial advice, not even a financial advice, just advice. If you're buying Tesla for the long term, whatever account it is that you guys are doing it in, buy whatever it is that you need to buy, whatever. Make sure you guys lock yourself out from that account and write down your password somewhere that you can't access it until 2030. That's it. Now, that's me saying only if you don't need the money until then. Obviously, if you need the money, then I wouldn't do that. But if you don't need the money until at least 2030, man, stop touching it. Don't touch your account. Just chill, sit back, relax. Let time do its thing. Let Tesla do its thing. We're getting from Tesla team on X and stuff like that robot taxis are coming sooner than we expect. We're getting affordable vehicles coming. We have energy coming. These fundamental plays are coming, dude. And then you have Trump helping out Tesla and Elon, guys. Come on. It's going to be a wonderful 4 years. Wonderful 4 years. So if you're a person who fidgets a lot with your shares, lock yourself out of the account. Okay, don't lock yourself out. Just don't enter it unless you're buying. Just stay away from your account until 2030 if you know you're going to fidget with it. And if you do know that you don't need to access it. Right? For me, I look at it every day, but I know I'm not going to sell a single share until at least 2030. Or if the stock hits over $1,000 per share, well, depends which one comes first. I think if we're going to hit $1,000 a share next year, then I'm going to stick to my 2030 rule because that's too soon to do anything with it. 7,500 shares, holy cow, yeah, it's insane. Natalie, disagree, you should trade in Roth IRA and have another long term. Here's the thing, right? Like, I'm not I'm talking to the guys who are long term investing, not about trading. Trading, you can do it in a margin account, whatever, right, in a cash account. Um, but if it's TFSA or a Roth IRA that you can't contribute if you do lose that money, just buy and hold. You know, trading for me is a bit of a headache, so I stay away from it. I just buy and hold, and it works out for me. It works out pretty good for me. Do you expect the stock split before shares reach? Oh yeah, oh yeah. I expect the. I should probably make a video about this. I will make a video about this. The next stock split. It should be between when the stock is between 800 to $1,000 per share. Should be then. It should be around there where we get the next stock split between 4 to 5 split. I agree. I think it should be there. We just have version F 13.2. Like, dude, it's insane how fast this FSD is going. It's crazy. And you're afraid of, what, the stock going down 10, 20, 30, 40, $50. You should be worried about missing the biggest run that's gonna about to come on Tesla stock, man. I'm just saying, once robo taxis hit, and once we see the margins, and once we see the scalability, it's over, dude. Wall Street is gonna flip on Tesla stock, like they're flipping right now, but they're still saying that no affordable vehicles and cars and this. Well, until they see the margins for FSC and robo taxis, they're gonna totally forget about the vehicle part. They're gonna go like, yeah, the vehicles are great, cool. They sold more than last quarter and last year and whatever. Margins are going up because of COGS are going lower, blah blah blah. But the robotaxi, look at the margins. Oh my God, look at the growth of that. We have to focus on this now. Just like how some of them are now focusing on energy slowly, but robotaxi and FSD, that's just a whole different ball game. So yeah, FSD is going crazy. I bought more yesterday, good price. Me too. Right before it went up, then it went back down again, which was kind of funny. 500,000, 500 shares. Oh, I thought you had 500,000 shares. That would be insane. Yeah, that's crazy. Long-term holder here. Great channel. Keep it up. Thank you, Investing Runner. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, there's links in the description that you guys can do. Or you guys can join the community here on YouTube, become a channel member, only $2 a month, and I do exclusive videos. Right now, I did a video with CERN Basher, and that's up right now on members only until tomorrow. Then it's up for public. But it's an hour-long video, and it's very interesting. So if you guys want to support me, and you guys want early access to videos and exclusive videos, you guys should join. So yeah, 2025 is going to be a great year for Tesla. Oh yeah, I agree, 100%. Hey Pejjy, what do you think the next innovative things will be from Tesla after robots and after robotaxis? Of course, just wondering if there's a consensus out there. Oh yeah, so me and CERN talked about this, and the video is up for members only on the channel, and will be available for everyone tomorrow. But we talked about this. Well, we haven't heard anything officially, but the Easter eggs have said something. The Easter eggs said in the robotaxi video that there's Plaid Airlines or Airways. So maybe they're gonna go into aviation, but Elon also said that they have too much on their plate to do it. But as long as Elon is alive and he's still running Tesla, there's always going to be the next thing after the bot. 100%. No doubt about that. But Elon did say he wouldn't make a plane. I know. He did say that. He did. So that's why I was a little confused about this Easter egg, the Plaid Airways. So I don't know. Who knows? With this bot coming and stuff like that, it could open up Tesla's hand to be more innovative and stuff like that. I don't know. Right now we have a lot on our plate. Robotaxis is for the next 3 to 5 years, while bot is 5+ years. 2030 is going to be the year for the bots. That's for sure. Hey, Pejjy, greetings from Barrie, Ontario, my fellow Canadian. Man, as a Canadian, man, I can't wait until Trudeau goes away, dude. Oh my God, he ruined Canada. I'm here in the Middle East because of that, man. Sucks. But I do visit every summer. So nice. What will it take before Warren Buffett starts buying Tesla? That's a very good question. Well, here's the thing. It took him forever to get into Apple, and that was through so many, convincing. And he only did it once there was a buyback. Now Tesla at the moment, to him, he just sees, well, I have BYD. I don't know why I need Tesla. He doesn't see the full self-driving stuff. He doesn't understand the tech stuff. So I don't. I know it's gonna sound bad and stuff, but I think never. I don't think he'll ever buy Tesla ever. If he does, I'll be surprised. But he said he missed the boat on Google. He missed the boat on Microsoft, even though Bill Gates is his best friend. He didn't even invest in Microsoft, and Microsoft is one of the greatest ROIs in history. So I don't think he'll buy Tesla until he sees that, okay, if robot taxis and the bot is coming, maybe the firm will look into it then, and there's buybacks and stuff when there's guaranteed returns, like how Apple was. Maybe then. But again, I have doubts. It's Warren Buffett. Hey, Pejjy, happy holidays. Do you think Tesla will have enough GPUs at the data center for FSD robots? I mean, there will be millions of units. Well, Tesla is planning to double their GPUs in Austin. So I wouldn't bet against them. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I have 13.2.1 my Model 3. Have you tried it? So smooth. No, man. No Teslas here in Kuwait. And if there is, there ain't no FSD here. I have to try when I'm back in Toronto. That's for sure. And by the time I go to Toronto, there'll probably be version 14. So let's see. I'm excited. Do you think the robot will have the appearance of a human as an outer shell? That'd be scary. But I know China's doing that. I think it wouldn't. It would be a. Well, I don't think we should rule it out. I think we could slap on a face onto that. It's gonna be crazy, man. Hey, Pejjy, thank you for your emotions and great contact. Emotions. Oh, I guess you're talking about the way I act and stuff. Why do you think Tesla still doesn't release their phone after they have their own software AI? Well, Elon talked about this. Elon said that, look, we have too much on our plate. We have the robotaxi, we have the bot. And yes, there's a rumor going around that the Tesla phone is going around. Coworkers here in Kuwait, they're like, yo, dude, I can't wait until I get a Tesla phone. I'm like, there ain't going to be no Tesla phone. And Elon talked about this, saying that, listen, I'll only make a phone if iOS and Android starts to, become how Twitter was, or they start to hog and not to be allowed to be a free market. Then he'll think about it. I'm making a phone. But no, I don't think he'll make a phone. I don't think that's the thing. It's not necessary. I just don't think that. I bet you this is a girl from India. All right. Thanks, man. It's really reassuring every time your video comes out. I try my best to make them every flipping day. Let's go. Ready for Gap Up Monday after Fed FSD news? I'm ready for everything, man. I'm ready for everything. Bring it on. EV land vehicles currently. EV land vehicles currently, maybe EV planes, EV2 longer than EV water vehicles. Future is 90 for Tesla. Yeah, it's insane. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with this X Spaces. Did they start or no? All right, let me message her. Are you ready? This is my co-host. Are you ready? So she says, if I refresh. Yeah, I'm waiting for her to get back to me, and then we can get to that. Meantime, we've got 2 minutes left. I'll come back when there's 2 minutes. Let's see. Is Fa coming back? Yeah, she's hosting actually. Oh, there we go. It started. Let's do this. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Listen live. Start listening. Here we go, guys. Hello. Oh, wait, I'm not even a speaker. I'm just getting things set up. Join as co-host. Accept. Very nice. All right. Come on. Come on. There we go. Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, of course. How are you doing?
Hello, Fa.
It is quite a ride this week. It is excited. It's a lot to talk about, my friend.
Oh my God, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. 100%. Sheesh. How's everyone feeling? How's everybody?
I'm good. I'm pumped, and I don't know. I feel how to say it, prosper in the air.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling. It's a great Christmas is what in a couple days, right? I think so. And so it's good. It feels good to be a Tesla investor. It really does feel good to be a Tesla investor. It's been a wild 3 years. Did not expect to see Tesla in the 400s in 2024. I thought that was a 2025 thing. And my price target of 350, well, now you guys can call me bearish or whatever. But it's good. It feels good. It feels good that we're going to end off 2024 higher. I mean, in all-time highs for Tesla. It really does feel fantastic. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hope you guys are having an awesome Christmas, having an awesome 10 days before the New Year's. Hopefully 2025 will be a much better year. I know for Tesla investors, it's going to be a great year for 2025. Um, no more in the, you know, in the reds and stuff like that. So, sheesh. Hope everyone is doing great. Now, I do want to start this space off by saying this. I've been getting a lot of DMs, a lot of messages on YouTube, here on X, everywhere, asking me what the heck happened on Friday when just 30 minutes before the market closed, the stock just, just went down. It went crazy. I mean, it was a shock to me. I thought we are going to end green, but then it went down. Long term doesn't matter, but it's curious, Pejjy, and everyone's curious too. So I did some digging, and I asked you guys, and a lot of you guys came back and said that apparently the last 30 minutes of Friday trading, there was 7 million shorts that just decided to short it. 7 million shares being shorted, which was a surprise to me because it's not the time to short the stock. I mean, it's clearly in an upward trend. It's just not the time to short the stock. But then I realized, I'm like, wait a minute. These shorts are very smart on how they're shorting because they're shorting it at times where they can short it. For example, pre-market and aftermarket when the volume is low. And obviously when there's bad news and stuff like that, they'll double down on that. But it's funny to me that they short on low volume days and then they when it's trading days and when there's a high volume, they quickly get out, which is just stupid because it's like, what are you doing? Like there's no reason for the stock to go down right now. There really isn't, unless Q4 comes out bad. If they miss, which I don't think they will miss, I think energy is going to come out very strong. I think FST numbers are going to come great. Services is going to be a record. Energy, I mean, I know I said that, but energy is just crazy. Vehicles, it looks like we may be data is coming good, but not as good as I wanted it to come. I just wish we had more. I wish we had U.S. delivery numbers, just like how China shows their delivery numbers. But China's doing good. I'm not too sure if we're going to get 515,000 vehicle deliveries because if we do get that, that's definitely going to be more than last year, just by like a couple hundred, few hundred deliveries. But what's more important, even if they miss in Q4, let's say, guidance is what's more important, and it's going to be such a fiery guidance. It's going to be amazing. I mean, with the news coming out now, with Tesla saying that robotaxi is sooner than we think, and Elon saying the same thing, and then we have Mega Pack Shanghai coming in, and then affordable vehicles. It's going to be such a fiery guidance that I just don't see us going below 400 unless there's something missing or Q4 earnings is much worse than expected. But I mean, even if it goes below 400, I'm definitely going to buy as much as I can because um, I think that's where we may we make a very strong consolidation until we go back up to whatever it is. But I doubt that. I really doubt that. I really think we're in the 400s, potentially reaching 500s before the year end, until we get some sell off in January because people are not really selling as much due to tax reasons and stuff. But yeah, that's why I mean it's ridiculous how these shorts are shorting it. Literally just, you know, 30 minutes, like doing these weird games. Like there's so many other stocks they can short. Like honestly, shorting Lucid is you can't go wrong by shorting Lucid, you know? And now Rivian becoming Union. Oh my God. That's ah, it's
because they have no choice.
it
They have
sucks.
no
It really
choice.
sucks. Yeah, it really sucks to see Rivian.
So
Yeah, it really sucks to see Rivian.
I I agree. I agree with everything you say, Pejy. I would like to shout out to the Artisha, um, Katie Wood. She make a she make a prediction price target as 7,000 on 2020, and we counting the split, we right on the dot 466. I would like to shout out for that. She is like legit. So this is as an investor and someone who if you invest let's say let's see 5 year like me, oh, it's the volatile is crazy. No matter what they do, like sell the car to hers, expand the supercharger, make supercharger look like a lounge, a place for you to sit down, relax. It looks so pretty. Opposite of just I don't want to be there. I don't want to be at a gas station. Please kill me if you have me go fill the tank and I have to go touch that thing that it's a guy that filled the tank before me pee and he wash his hand or not. I don't want to touch that shit. You know, Tesla is more than just a car. If you own it, if you have experience with it, it's 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 changing so much in a better way. That's what I say. And then thank you. The Santa Lai, the Christmas that we going. I think this year 24 is like the most excited year from 5 years that I own it. This Christmas, holy shit, it's another level. I don't even gonna talk about Lucid and Rivian. That's me. Lucid. Rivian. That's how I look at it. Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of push back on your analysis of the stock going down and such. Are you based in the U.S. by any chance?
You
Who?
talk to me of Pejy.
Oh, no.
KG.
Yes, yes. No, I'm Canadian, but I work in the Middle East. So no.
So I don't know. I don't know if you've been following the CR bill in the U.S. and how Elon has kind of inserted himself in the media portrayal of his role in it, and I think that's where the risk factor was, and I think that's what led to it. And so towards the end of that, we had some rumors that Democrats were going to not cave and not pass any bill. And if the government did not pass the continuing resolution to fund the government, then we would have a government shutdown, and that would put I mean, we've had government shutdown before, but that basically puts um, our government at risk of like lowering the rates and all that stuff. I mean, not rates, the ratings and stuff like that. But I mean, usually when you have a government shutdown, there could be some sell-off, is what I was getting at, and there was some potential risk with Elon being involved since he's so much tied with Tesla, and so I think that's more likely the case. And then they did afterwards, after hours, did sign a bill, but I think I mean, look, we all cannot predict price action, but I think it's more realistic related to that than other stuff.
Oh, that's amazing. If that's the reason why it's going to go down, then let me buy all the stock that I can because has nothing to do with the fundamentals. Let's flip it go.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you. I actually wanted it. I mean, a lot of us were actually cheering for the bill to fail because it's still got a lot of pork in it. And I mean, a lot of people were signing it even without being able to read it. It's completely ridiculous what they're doing. But yeah, it's yeah, it has nothing to do with fundamentals, I don't think. And it's just a lot of bad news, temporary bad news.
Yeah, no. Well, I welcome it. If it's nothing to do with the company, I welcome it. In fact, we have Vivek here, who works with Elon Musk, right, Vivek? What's going on, my man?
I work with Elon Musk. Yeah, right. Wish. Um, no. Oh, I see what you did there. Yeah. No, of course. Yes. We've been working very hard to kind of pull out all the pork in that bill, and hats off to all the people that have worked with us. No. I wanted to second what Eddie said. That a lot of the things that were happening at the end of the day could be attributed to the uncertainty regarding the CR bill. And I guess for people that are outside the country, that's not something that you're probably aware of, but like the government was about to be shut down. So yeah, nice point, Eddie.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
just wanted to say, yeah, we somewhat have to be, honest and sometimes look for. I mean, again, we cannot predict price action. We don't know exactly what led to it, but in my opinion, being truthful, I think looking at most of the data, uh, I think that's more likely the candidate.
Yeah, anything
I mean,
that.
100.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry, go
Vivek.
ahead, Pejjy.
No, okay, all right. I'll go first, and then I guess you go. Yeah, anything that has nothing to do with the fundamentals, it's a buying opportunity. I welcome it. I know. I mean, I have seen this around X about the CR bill and stuff like that, but I don't really look too much into it. But um, at the end of the day, it's like what, less than a month we got until we have Trump sworn in. So whatever it is, it's definitely a short term thing. It's not going to be a long term thing. And again, it won't affect the fundamentals. In fact, um, my opportunity. That's all I got to say.
Well, there'll be continued drama in it because, like, there's a lot of thread around it where Elon really wants to push back on how it was done. Again, I told you a lot of people were able to just sign it because, they basically hold these Congress people, both the Senate and the House, hostage so that they won't be able to go back to their family and for Christmas break, and until this bill is signed. And then so that's why they didn't even get a chance to read it. But that's where Elon's saying, I mean, we all know this is not the way to run our country. Like they can't even pass a freaking budget, that sort of stuff. So this is completely ridiculous that their expectations are so much lower than like how you run your own checkbook or your wallet. And I know that's not a good comparison or your business sort of stuff, but I mean it should be somewhat closer. You know what I mean? They should know where the money's going, and adding all these stupid funding for things that are not related to funding the government or continuing to run the government is a little bit overkill.
Yeah, no, I mean they were adding things in the bill that was supposed to be continuing. For the what does the CR stand for again? Continue. What does it stand for, Eddie? Again?
Continue resolution.
Continued resolution. Yeah, so they were adding things at the last second, like increasing the salaries of like congressmen and women as well as senators and stuff. Like at the last second, basically, just like it was like a 1,600-page document that they were able to shave down to like 118. It's just, and this is the stuff that happens on a regular basis that they just kind of like put a spotlight on.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Canada is going through the same thing with all the stupid spending that we're doing. Like, here's the thing, guys. Here's why. Like, I'm here in Kuwait, right? And the government here, they don't do much spending. And because they don't do much spending, yes, 60% of their GDP is coming from oil and stuff like that. But there's no taxes here, man. Like here in Kuwait, We don't have sales tax. We don't have income tax. We don't have capital gains tax. Like tax does not exist here. Now they're talking about a corporate tax because they're realizing that okay, we can't fully, you know, rely on oil as we keep going in the future. But the government here doesn't spend, that doesn't overspend on anything. So well, I'm not a citizen. I'm an expat. But us expats and citizens, we don't get to penalize. We don't get to pay any taxes or anything like that. So anything that we make, it goes right to our pockets, and we don't feel like there is inflation here for sure, but we don't feel like we're living paycheck to paycheck, or we don't feel any pressure. But when I'm in Canada, oh my god, I can feel it every single day. Like it's like every single you know, like I have a business in Canada, corporate tax and then income tax. Okay, all right, fine. Then it's like sales tax. Then there's some stupid thing called luxury tax, and it's like carbon tax. Then it's like, what's with all this, BS taxes coming left, right, and center? And then we find out that, oh, look, we're overspending. We're paying people in flipping, I don't know, Africa, $10 million, teaching them how to do LGBTQ stuff. And I'm just like, what the heck are we doing? Like, this was an actual bill. And I'm just like, yeah, I mean, if we're going to continue doing these stupid things, we're definitely going to continue paying tax and stuff like that. And I'm glad that, Trump and now Elon and Vivek and all these guys are, going to be looking at what they're going to be spending on. That means there's going to be less taxes on the citizens, less pressure on the citizens, and just more money inflow in the country, and that'll be used to fund things. You don't have to raise taxes to do things that you usually do every day. you know so that's crazy, and I can't wait until Canada is in the same line. I know we're having a lot of drama with this Trudeau guy, ministry get.
Well, Trump said Canada can be one of the state. Maybe that's good for us.
That'll be, actually, no, it won't be that good. It won't be that good for it won't be that good for the states, because the states will then have another state that's full liberal, like California, full woke, because Canada.
Oh no! Oh
Yeah,
no!
exactly. Canada's woke. Like, it's woke. It's really woke. Like, it's sad to say it, but it's really woke. Like, they were having they're having a parade march like this past summer, and they made it family friendly. But then, that means you can bring your kids and you can bring your, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. But the people there that were marching, they were fully naked. They were butt naked. Like, there were schlongs everywhere. There was like, and I'm just like, how is this family friendly? Like, come on now. Like, this is woke.
Yeah, that's San Francisco for you too. Okay, I want to shift gear a little bit. I want to hear what you guys think about the new book, the Elon new book, the new book. Elon said in Q3 last year, say we're not the same book anymore. It's a new book right now, and the first page, holy shit, Tesla bot is like everywhere. Go viral already with Kim Kardashian and walk down the hill, and the new ad that is like taking out grocery. What do you guys think about Elon new page? I'm pumped. I'm super pumped. And because I'm so pumped, because I spend so much hour listening to all of you, my price target for 2032 have bought in it. And I think me being conservative is 3,500 by 2032. What do you think? Challenge me.
Okay. New book. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this. Oops. I'm excited to see what this new book is going to be, but we know what it's going to be. But what I'm more interested to know is Master Plan Part 4. Because I know Elon has been talking about Master Plan Part 4. He even made a tweet about it or post about it. But I'm very curious to know what Master Plan Part 4 is going to be. I think it's going to be just implementation of the bot and robo taxis. I think that's what it is. But this new book, it's the bot, it's robo taxis. I don't know what's going to come after that. But price target.
We own the technology. We own the power wall and the makeup hack all over the world. Don't forget that one.
That'll be crazy. That'll be awesome. That'll be flipping awesome. But you said what, $3,500 per share by 2032? Is that your prediction?
Yeah, 2032. Yeah,
Yeah.
10 bagger from now on, easy. Easy. I'm not even saying 10 bagger. I said less than that. How about that? I'm conservative.
So yeah, that 2024, let's say 2025, that's what 7 years from now. Yeah, averagely, if you look at Tesla since IPO till now, I know this is going to sound crazy, but this is what the facts say. Tesla has an average, it's crazy, it really is. It has an average growth rate at an annual basis of 1100%. Just let that sink in. And that's you know, like and that's Tesla being flat from 2013 to 2019, and then being flat from 2021 to 2024. Now we're hitting all-time highs, but 2024 was until 2021, that was like the flat years. So even with all that, Tesla is growing on a annual basis.
Energy is the key. It is the foundation of this whole thing, in my opinion, because you need energy to power AI. You need energy to power robots. You, you need energy to power the transition to sustainable energy too, both on a residential and commercial aspect. I mean, they just announced a $209 million contract with Chile to deploy like 255 megapacks. That's the kind of stuff you need. And if I feel like I might be a little biased here because I'm of Indian descent, but India's got the fastest growing GDP in the world right now, and they've got the youngest population as well. A lot of people I've talked to on here disagree with me that vehicles could be a play, but they've got the youngest population, and they're very well connected on the internet. They love trends, they love luxury brands, they love to have the cool thing. Apple's very popular there, so to kind
They're
of like
smart as shit. They're super
yeah,
smart people.
there's a burgeoning middle class there that is quickly gaining uh, purchasing power as well. They've got the third or top, they're in the top three of the amount of billionaires that live there as well. So they don't care about whatever infrastructure they have to support whatever car that they have. They're just going to get what the cool thing that they want to get, right? But I think the bigger sell in India is going to be, I think, I mean, there's a lot of AI engineers that live in India, so you can tap into the talent there to kind of really like from a force multiplier to really like, grow AI and like help it mature from a programmatic standpoint. But then in addition, the robotics, I mean, could be also a force multiplier to really like, I don't know, offset labor. Um, Repurpose what people's functionalities are going to be. Certain jobs could be automated there. Again, though, cost of labor there is super dirt cheap, so I get that as kind of a barrier, but they'll find a way to somehow incorporate all of these things in their own way, and each country is going to have their own way. But the fact of the matter is, it's right now it's the fifth largest economy in the world, and it's to eclipse Japan by 2030. So, and we're talking about like possibly the biggest population. It's growing at a faster rate than China. And someone basically pushed back to me and said like Japan will end up like adopting robots, and then they'll end up becoming like the third largest economy. But they have a population decline. Like they're in the midst of a massive population decline. They're old. Like they have a very old population. Not many young people in their population. So I'm not entirely sure how that's going to play out. So um, I don't think Japan's going to go to the wayside completely, but I mean, to count out like one of the largest economies in the world that's still growing at a rapid clip, like this is going to be a huge opportunity, like the energy side for Tesla. And to kind of like piggyback on what you both were talking about, the new book, the new book is this is a company that's reinventing itself. Like it's not a vehicle company anymore. Um, it's almost like Elon hit the reset button and we're playing the second version of the video game, and we're going to be dealing with there's going to be guys like Figure out there who are creating like robots. Like they just announced like, hey, we just sold the second version of our robot to a customer, but we can't tell you who the customer is because we're a private company, and also we don't have to disclose any financial statements because we're privately held. Like So we got that going on, and people are going to pump that, just like they were pumping Rivian before it went public, versus Tesla as well. So I mean, it's basically like it's like we're starting all over from ground zero again. I mean, not to say that Tesla's at ground zero, but like uh, in terms of like leveling the competition in outsiders' eyes, that's kind of where we're at. Like, just completely metamorphosize the business in terms of focus. But if there's anybody that can scale at the scale that is necessary, it's Tesla, because none of the other competitors have proven that they can do it, like in these fields. Sorry, I just went on a totally crazy rant there.
No, those are some good points, and I know Tesla is now looking in India for showrooms. They reassumed it, which is pretty darn bullish. And now since we got the affordable vehicles coming, and then the cybercab, all that kind of stuff. Oh man, India is such a big flipping market. But my only concern about India is that how do you solve full self driving there? Like, because man, Asian countries like India and Pakistan, Iran, even to some level. Some of
I
those,
don't think you have to. I don't think you have to,
but how?
because
But the way they
someone also
drive, though. But the way they drive, it's just
Mhm.
like, bro. Like, what does the AI do? It's like, whoa, what do I? I mean, this is, you know
Well, I
what
mean,
I
maybe
mean?
the AI can learn to drive like them, right? Like, but in a safer way, right? Who knows? Like, I think it's a really good question, but I do think that there is also a healthy dose of reality too. Like, one guy was telling me that you could rent a taxi in Goa, for example, for like $40 for a whole day. Like, you can't beat that kind of economics, like of hiring a driver for an entire day to drive you around a whole city for about $40. That's just obscenely cheap. Like, no, I can't see an autonomous vehicle beating that. Um, but
Yeah,
I think the bigger play for Tesla will be energy, for sure. Like, that's the bigger thing, because grid stability is like one of the biggest things. And when I visited my relatives, there's always like rolling power outages and stuff like that. So um, that's one of the challenges there. And I think you know Tesla's really proven this out with its Powerwall strategy with Puerto Rico and various other island nations. But obviously, this type of solution is going to require a megapacks like solution, and megapacks are what's going to really help like a large country like India, because from a square footage square mile perspective, India is about the size of like the United States or even Western Europe. I mean, India practically is Western Europe, because you have different states speaking different languages. It's not a very monolithic like place. There's different cultures, different foods, different cuisines, different religions. I mean, you've got Muslims, Christians, Hindus, Jews, Zoroastrians, like all living in the same country for thousands of years. I mean, it's like the OG melting pot of like civilization.
yeah. Zoroastrians, man, love it. um, yeah, no, absolutely. Maybe a showroom and a mega pack factory in India. That'd be amazing. Whatever it is, Tesla needs to be involved in the Indian market 100%. Um, I'm glad that they started. I just wish they weren't as tough on Tesla. Like they were at the beginning, they were saying 100% tariffs on vehicles, which is just ridiculous. Then they were saying some.
Yeah, I agree.
I just hope they're more lenient and more accepting towards it. I know in India, I have a lot of Indian friends here, or Indian coworkers that I work here with. They're saying that yeah, I mean, there are a lot of electric things happening there in India, like electric
There is.
scooters.
There's a hotbed.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think the scooters and the three wheelers will be the hotter segment for vehicles. So it might even be that Tesla doesn't even think that it's a viable strategy for them to even sell that many vehicles in. That's not going to be their bread and butter. The energy, in my opinion, and robotics and AI will probably be like the main sell point for them. But the thing is, I think to kind of speak to your the tariff situation in India, I feel like India feels like, and one guy I would recommend you watch videos is the foreign minister, S.J. Shankar. He's like a really, in my opinion, he's probably the best foreign minister like on the planet right now. The dude is a masterclass in how to like handle the press. Like when the Ukraine Russia war broke out, like a lot.
What? What happened? What the heck just happened? Did the space just get cut? What? What? This is why I should be the host. God darn it. It just got cut. Hold on a second, guys. Sorry about that. Come on. Ah. What the heck just happened? What? Come on. It just got. Oh, I think she. Yeah, she got out of internet. No. Okay. Let me make another one. Let me just start it. Let me just start it again. What the heck? Okay. God. Tesla episode 6 continued. I'm going to start it again. Damn, we're having such a good conversation too. Okay. All right. I think we just got some technical difficulties. I'm going to bring back everyone. Oh my God. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. All right. Hold on. Let me just get people in here. Where is it? There you are. Co-host. Invite co-host. There we go. There you go. You have there. Oh my God. Okay. No idea what happened. Sorry, Vivek. Please send an invite. I'll get you up here again. Continue what we were talking about. It was getting pretty juicy. Sorry, everybody.
I'm so sorry. It's frozen now. There you go.
Oh my God. Sheesh. All right. Okay. There we go.
That's okay.
All right, we're back. We're back.
Guess we're.
There we go.
It's all good. It happens. Spaces can be a little buggy. But I guess what I was trying to get at was, with India, to kind of talk about the tariffs. I feel like, you have to go back to the Cold War when, the U.S. and Russia were going against each other, and India was one of the few countries that led, what's called the non-alignment movement, where they were just kind of like, you know what, we are our own country, or our own country, and we're going to be the captains of our own destiny. We don't want to be, beholden to the geopolitics of any one particular nation. So they set about having relations with Russia as well as the U.S., but keeping those relationships enough that they can still keep communications. And I think you have to admire a country that, post colonialism, that, was able to navigate all of that, and it's still in the current geopolitical climate is able to do that. I mean, this is one of the only countries that has. I mean, we've gone to war. I mean, I'm American, but like my parents are both from India, but like they've gone to war with China twice. They've gone to war with Pakistan twice, which is like basically like a Chinese state. Let's just put that out there. And then like they have normal relationships with, and they also and despite all that, they have normal relations with China. Like they trade with them. So they trade with Iran, they trade with Russia, they trade with the US, they trade with Europe, various factions of Europe. Like, so for a country to have the balance to be able to navigate all of the complexities of the geopolitical world and be able to still have normal relations relatively to other ones, like on that level, I think it's extremely admirable, and I think it's, in my opinion, criminal that they're not on the Security Council of the UN. It just speaks volumes as to, you know, the ineptitude of the UN, in my opinion. I mean, you got what, the fastest growing economy, the largest freaking democracy in the world, and like no one gives them a seat at the table at the Security Council. Just absolutely stupid. Like, so like, of course, so to zoom back in with Modi's policy, yeah, of course he's going to have a little bit more of a protectionist sort of thing. He's seen all these other developing countries get completely screwed and railroaded by Western nations, you know, under the guise of, hey, let's bring our businesses over there, and they just completely get like robbed of their resources. So, I mean, his point, and I think he'll come into the middle, and there'll be like some, like everybody loves Elon, right? So there, everybody wants to work with Elon, and everybody knows that when you work with Elon, everybody wins, right? So I think what's going to happen here is, you know, and from what I was reading when they were initially talking, they were going to bring in a couple partners, you know, that are from India, industrial partners like Reliance Industries, Tata, Mahindra, and Reliance, Tata, and Mahindra. Yeah, Reliance, Tata, and Mahindra. Those are three major conglomerates that, like, they're pretty much in everything. Like, they're some of the largest companies, and actually, one of the richest men in the world is Mukesh Ambani, who's the CEO of Reliance. And so, from what I understand, they were in talks to create like a gigafactory of some sort. I think battery manufacturing would make sense, and as well as, you know, maybe refining of lithium there as well, as well as, you know, building AI and robotics as well. There's just so much software talent there that, like, it's per capita. But the thing that people don't realize is India is a manufacturing powerhouse too. Like, so there's a lot of opportunity to be had for a company like Tesla there on so many levels.
Yeah, 100% agree. I mean, to the point of the UN, well, I think, well, here's the thing with India, because you know they are part of BRICS and stuff like that. Like they're I wouldn't say they're like Turkey, because you know Turkey is like, you know, they're part of NATO, they want to be part of EU, then they want to be part of BRICS, and they want to be part of this, and they want to have everything and all that kind of stuff. But
But what's the
India,
context that BRICS was formed, though? BRICS was formed because these countries all felt like they're being kind of, you know, left at the kids' table. So they decided, you know what, like, you kind of have to look at two sides of the coin. I get it, and I see where Trump is coming from, but at the same time, you have to zoom out and think about like the foreign policies in the last couple of years. Like we created this China situation, the U.S. We totally own this, like, for ourselves. We created this. We cozied up with them, and then they bit us. They've been biting us. Like, how could we not see this happening? But, you know, meanwhile, you have like the largest democracy sitting right there, and we just totally ignored them. Like, what are they supposed to do? Just, like, you know, just kowtow to everybody? Like, that's, they have to look out for themselves too. But I feel very confident, you know, despite like all the stuff that Trump is saying that sounds like it's like, oh man, these BRICS need to stop. I think he's gonna work with them. He loves Modi. He loves Modi. He's like, that Modi's like one of his favorite guys. And Modi and him, I think, are gonna figure something out, in my opinion. Because, like, when under the Trump administration, one thing I noticed was the amount of defense production that India like increased. Like, basically, he has a make in India sort of thing. So like the companies like Boeing, Northrop Grumman, if they want to sell some of their products, like, India is just like, yo, just build a factory, let some of our guys help you guys build these, and just teach us how to build them, and we'll keep it secret and everything, of course, right? So that's kind of like how they approach it, with like a make in India sort of thing, kind of like the U.S. is like, you know, with Taiwan Semiconductor, you know, they're building factory here so that we can learn how to make those chips, right? So I like I think that's a good approach, especially if you're trying to manage your own country, right?
I am absolutely agree, and I think Trump presidency with Elon as the first body, the world is coming together. Everybody want to sit down with those two. Everybody want to tell them what good they have. Everybody want to offer like, hey, come here, we can grow together, we can be powerhouse, we can have energy, we can have battery, all kind of stuff. I'm excited. The Indian, like, I live in Bay Area. Half of the Silicon Valley is CEO is Indian. Like, no question their knowledge or ability. It's exciting time. Um, I have another question for you guys. The You guys see the new Tesla price target from ARX 2029, 26 a share. You guys see that? You guys agree? What you guys think?
2029 of $2,600 per share. Yeah. If robo taxis are coming as soon as, I mean, the way it's looking like, because the snowball effect, the exponential growth of robo taxis is going to come and how it's going to spike up, from 1,000 cars to 10,000 cars to 100,000 cars. I did a video with Cern Basher, and we were talking about. He asked me like, "What's your prediction for like your robo taxi until 2035?" And I said about 6 million robo taxis, and he's like, "No, that's too low, absolutely too low." And I'm like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Well, if you're estimating that the vehicles of Tesla," I know it was quite funny. It's all recorded too. He he said that if you're expecting by 2035 Tesla will have 163 million vehicles on the road, and let's say 100 million of them is operational, he says half of them he's expecting to be robo taxis. So 50 million robo taxis all over the world, Europe, China, North America, maybe some parts of Asia too. And I'm just like, if 50 million robo taxis are around the world and operating 24/7 every single day, that is an insane amount of revenue and profit.
Mind-boggling.
Exactly.
Mind-boggling.
So and I'm just like, so that's why I'm thinking that, okay, if Arc is talking about $2,600 by 2029, then the crazy amount, that means by 2029 we should be already having robo taxis in the millions. And if Cybercab is going to be produced starting in 2026, volume produced, then we're not going to say 2 million, we're going to say 500,000, and then the year after that could double that to 1 million, because it's the unboxed version, and it's a whole lot easier and faster to build Cybercab, all that kind of stuff. We'll cap it at that. That means we're talking about from 2026 to 2029. I'm thinking end of 2029, we're going to be having at least 4 to 5 million Cybercabs. Forget the other sexy models. That's going to be dedicated just for robotaxis. So potentially we could see upwards of 10 million robotaxis by 2030. And if you 10 million, multiply that by, let's say, 20 rides with 20 cents, and if Tesla is charging with the FSD revenue, taking a 30% cut from that, and from the robotaxi service, and then there's a base fare of $1, and then you also have like entertainment services that you'll also be collecting revenue from, curated experiences as well. Oh my God, it's I wouldn't be surprised if it's upwards of 3,000. You know what I mean? It's that
It
Yeah.
is
crazy.
make the share today so cheap. This is where
Do
I
you
try to get to.
go ahead?
I try to. Hey, I'm sorry. My hand hit that. You guys hear me?
Yes,
Is
yes.
that
Yeah,
all right?
we got you.
Okay. I because I try to make sense to myself, right? I try to buy Tesla share, and then I'm like, okay, this is a trauma from the 3 year. I bought it and it's go down half. What the hell, right? And I bought 2 share. I have enough to buy 4 share, and I bought 2 share on Friday. And Monday I'm gonna buy another 2 share. And I just keep talking to myself the whole time, like, what is this? I'm not gonna go to the restaurant. We're not gonna go out for Christmas. Fuck the Christmas gift. Let me buy
Ramen.
Tesla share, right? And I'm like, okay, but as we look at the new book, as we see that doing it, as we see the product, Q4 number gonna kill it. Tesla expanding. My money at 440 right now that I put in the Tesla share is cheap. That's where I try to get to. Thank you, everyone. It is.
No, I think so. I think the question we should be asking. I mean, this is two questions here. So, do you think it'll split before it hits 3,000? And I don't think it splits. I think this is the Amazon moment. Because Amazon did a split like long time ago, and then it went all the way to like past 3,000. I don't think this is at this point. This stock is going to split. I think it's going to go because there's so much so much value baked into here that's not completely realized, in
No,
my opinion.
I'll push back on that. I think there will be a split around the 1000s, and I'll tell you why. Because Tesla investors, Tesla cares about their investors. So if they start to complain and go like, man, I can't buy one share of $1,000, and not a lot of institutions allow fractional shares. So I think they will do a split around 1,000. Amazon, I don't really think Amazon cares that much about Amazon investors. That's why they let the stock go to 3,000, and then they did a massive 20 for one. Why do that? Just when it reaches to a point where it's when the number is too big for investors to buy one full share, just do a stock split then. And if you think it's going to go massively big, do a higher stock split, 10 for one, 15 for one, But no, I do think there will be a split. I think there will be a split by in the 800s to 1,000s for sure. And I think it'll be a 5 for one. And if it's robotaxi ramping like crazy, and we see EPS growing like crazy, and they know that the stock's gonna reach 1,000 in the next couple of years or so. I think they'll do a bigger split, like a 20 for one or something like that, at the $1,000 mark or $1,500 mark, whatever they decide to do it at.
Yeah, I'm just having fun with it. I mean,
Yeah.
like I don't know for sure, right? So this is all speculation, but yeah, I mean, looking far out as well. So the second question I have is okay, so let's assume that everything goes according to plan. Robotaxis are everywhere. Optimus is there. And we're not even talking about Optimus too. I mean, that's a, that's that's like a 20 bagger right there. But like, I mean, like Optimus is doing well. It's like Optimus landed on Mars. Okay, that's gonna be a huge like bull thing. Like that's gonna drive up the stock price, right? But then like let's say all these things are clicking on cylinders. Okay, what's next for Tesla too? Because I mean they got the cars going, and then once they got the cars going, what happened next? I believe, and this is kind of based on my own digging around of research, there's opportunities for them to round out that residential like solution, like about developing a heat pump for residents, that's kind of like based off of the heat pump that's driving around on Model 3s and Model Ys, about designing cities of the future around the robo taxi so that their vehicles essentially become like public transportation, right? um those are things that I start thinking about, like creating like very efficient, sustainable cities and towns, maybe um, that's designed around sustainable transport and mobility solutions, as well as AI and robotics.
I agree. I agree. That could be another page. That could be another exciting page. The heat rack in the house make the house super um what is safe on energy. How to say it? Yeah, you
Efficient.
guys know what. Yeah, efficient in energy. Yeah, and make it cheap. Make it like so cheap and so efficient. Every house. It's like when we walk into the new house and they have hot water. It's gonna be like that. You walk in the new house and they make a pack for you. You never have to worry about your energy is going out. I agree. I can see that also. That's huge. You know that, right? All over the world. Wow.
Yeah, after the bot and stuff, as long as Elon is still around and he's still running Tesla, there's definitely going to be something after the bot, but who knows what it's going to be. Ding Pink, you've been here for some time. What do you got to say, my man?
Uh, Hello. Not sure if you all can hear me. Yeah, I came in. It was here in the middle of the night, and I think Tesla has been right and it's called a good journey for me because when I bought it, it was at 300 and it went all the way down. So it was like it was a good journey. Why? Because I heard a voice. They say that no, it's just in my dream. He said that just hold it, you go for $1,000. And ever since then, I believe in it. Then I've been holding on. So I do believe that this is possible. But as I hold on, I mean, which car company right has a growing EV sales of like it's like 50%, which I couldn't even find. And in fact, the I do believe that EV business is actually growing, not just EV, the energy, and not just the energy itself. And next year, in fact, the robot taxi, which is even coming, there is no reason for me to like not going all in, especially after since falling apart when I even been through the worst. So there is more conviction for me to like to even like what I say lah, Tesla after being even warm he actually be the right guy lah for the president. So that is even more better reason for me to hold lah. Because I can't find a safer and a better investment, you see, other than Tesla itself lah. So that's my conviction lah for holding Tesla, especially when you have such a strong backing by Trump itself lah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the greatest risk-adjusted stock investment you can make today. I don't know any other investment that you can um, that you could that's as risk adjusted as Tesla. It's just I can't find it, and I searched around a lot. Like some would say Nvidia, but then I mean, yeah, Nvidia is very innovative, and they could probably even reach a 10 trillion market cap in the future. I think Tesla will reach it first, then it'll be Nvidia. But I just don't see what other products they have that they can reach a much bigger TAM than Tesla. Because Tesla is okay. You got vehicles, you got energy, you got robo taxis and then you got bot, and these are two big industries, robo taxis and bot, that Tesla is creating. Like this is something that prior to 2020, nobody was talking about a robot, and then all of a sudden Tesla's talking about that. Yeah, we're gonna do robots, and now you see Chinese companies doing robots. So there's no going back. You have to do it now because now you have competitors, and then you got Figure coming out, and then you got all these other companies that are going hand over fist to make this bot thing. So this is gonna be a reality thing. And this was something that I, as a Tesla investor, when I went all in Tesla, did not see. My thesis was robotaxi is gonna make Tesla the world's most valuable company, as high as 10 trillion. That's what I see it, and I still see it today. Then the bot comes in, and this can 5x that. I know it sounds crazy, but it could 5x that. And then it's like, you know, Tesla is creating industries. I don't know any other investment or any other company that's creating industries. I know Hims is doing that right now. I own a little bit of Hims, but again, that's a little speculative with me. Yeah, they're doing great with cash flow and they're growing very rapidly, and they will. I think they could potentially 50x.
They're an enabler. I think
Yeah.
you got to look at Nvidia as an enabler, kind of like a Taiwan Semi, but you can't overlook the value that they play in the ecosystem, right? Because like everybody looks at Nvidia as the enabler of the AI and everything, and that's true from a software standpoint. But I think there will be a point where AMD does close some of that gap.
I
Maybe
agree.
they won't be on the same level as Nvidia, but there's always going to be someone that competes with you, and
Yes.
maybe they don't get to the same level that you are, but they're still going to have some solution that provides value to end customers that will also offset the cost. Like the Nvidia solution is expensive. I've done my research, and like the AMD solution while it may not be fully refined yet, they've made a couple key acquisitions, like on the software side, on the AI side, that, in my opinion, I wouldn't count out Lisa Su. Like, she's grown the company by 4,000% just in the span of the time, like 10 years that she's been CEO there. And people were kind of like, why is she like CEO of the year? But like, she's been kind of like nose to the grindstone, like slow kind of growth, like trajectory with that company. But I think AMD will definitely offer a solution that may not be as compelling, but will be good enough and will compete well enough against the NVIDIA solution. And that's not to take anything away from them, but really, the for me, like, for all of this, like, and I'm not saying it's a bigger investment than Tesla, because Tesla's actually taking all of this stuff and is integrating all of these sorts of like technologies, like batteries, chips, like manufacturing, energy, all of these things, is taking all of these themes and putting it together and creating like real world tangible products for people to use, as well as, from a residential consumer, as well as even to like an industrial like perspective. But the real driving force behind AMD, like all of these large mega cap like chip companies, is Taiwan Semiconductor, in my opinion. It is the glue of the entire thing, like, because all of the roads in semi go through Taiwan Semiconductor. They own 90% of the foundry capacity in the entire world. They had a 6.8 Richter scale earthquake, and none of their fabs were affected by it. Talk about how badass a company you have to be to have like infrastructure in place where a 6.8 magnitude earthquake can hit you and your fab line doesn't even get affected by it. Not only that, everyone gets so scared about Taiwan versus China, but like, I know for a fact that they got gun turrets buried in the mountains of their island. Like, they're not going to go down without a fucking fight.
Not
Like,
only
those
that,
guys,
not only that, they got like
they're
freaking
like
like
the Israel of like Asia.
no, they also got like freaking a ring of fire around that freaking country too. So if they, it's it's crazy. They have some next level defense ready just in case. They had like 100, how many years? 80 years to get ready for this. So, and I mean, I don't think China will ever make a move on Taiwan, as much as people would say.
I agree.
They have too much problems within them, and the U.S. doesn't matter if it's Trump, doesn't matter if it's Republicans, Democrats. They will aid. They will come to aid of Taiwan. They're just too important for global trade. They're just way too important for their manufacturers. I mean, come on, like the U.S. is getting all their chips from Taiwan, and now that's going to be disrupted because China wants to invade it. And you know what I mean? Like, no way. It's going to be a. I
Also,
mean,
TSM's done a really good job hedging themselves too, because they've also, built fabs in Japan. They're building fabs in the US. So, and then they're also building some in Korea as well. So I think, and people always look at, oh well, Warren Buffett sold out of it, but he still is highly compliment. He's like, they're the best managed company in the world. Like, there's a reason why they're really good at what they do. Like, from a financial perspective, they're in like really good shape, tip top. So I've been in on Taiwan Semi since like early 20 or mid 2020, when Apple announced that they were moving away from Intel. Like, I just, once I started digging deep into the due diligence, I started to realize like all the roads in semi just go to Taiwan Semi. So
yeah, I agree. I agree. But at the end of it, though, it's like what Ding Bing said. He said that it doesn't like he can't find another company that has the best risk adjusted that can, you know, uh, that can 10x. I don't think TSM can 10x. That's the thing. I think they'll give a good return.
oh yeah, no, I 100%
Yeah.
agree with you there. Yeah, 100%. I wasn't even by any stretch of the imagination even suggesting that. But there's, I'm just saying, like, it's not a bad thing to invest in these companies though.
Yeah.
But obviously, the amount of growth potential locked into Tesla is unmatched. Period. Hands down.
Agree. Companies like Apple, well, they're not innovative anymore, unfortunately, due to Steve Jobs. But like Microsoft and Amazon, these, companies that created industries, right now is Tesla creating industries. I don't know who the next company is going to be that will do that. But as of right now, it's just Tesla. I can't see anybody else. Little branch So yeah, I'm just gonna yeah, little branch. What I know you've been here for some time. What you got, my man?
I
I,
think
I
his name
actually
is Brandon.
Hey,
I actually
hey,
fully agree that Tesla will be the next biggest company, especially when Trump right is actually being a so-called businessman. He will actually help Tesla, also called a company that is actually one of the US company, to even push even higher. Why do I say that? Because Trump he himself, if you understand, is a businessman, and in fact, a lot of like companies in the world, right? They actually their car sale actually going downhill. You know about the South Korea? So what happened was that inside this South Korea, right, like key company like Kia and even like even some other companies which I heard before, their sales are going down. Actually, what was that? Why is it that happened? Is because right, my understanding is, China, they actually went into the South Korea company. They actually steal their technology. What kind of technology they steal their battery cells? Yeah. So after that, when they started to steal it, they started to uh manufacture this cell at a cheaper cost. So what happened was that when they manufacture at cheaper cost, this South Korean company couldn't keep up. As a result, right, their main business such as started to close down lah. So a lot of things. So this China company also like bring many cheap things to their country, such as the the food. So in the end, their South Korea were like badly affected. So the good thing is that the Tesla right is actually um one of the big player, and they are going to many countries. So this is actually very good for Tesla system because it's growing. Yeah, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100% understand. Yeah, yeah. China always likes to steal stuff. Sorry, little branch or Brandon. Go ahead.
hey everyone. I really appreciate that this space is here. I had no idea that Elon wrote. I mean that there's a new book about Elon and the master plan. I had no idea about India. I mean, all I've heard about was that it was going on the table, then it's going off. But moral of that point is just I really love these spaces because it's a great way to catch up and get into like what is really going on like in the moment.
Book is
But I
figurative. Just wanted to clarify that the book is meaning it's like he's writing a new book for the company basically. Like the book was the original book was the EV, and then now it's like the new business. But sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there. Go on.
I didn't know, but yeah. Um, but yeah, so I mean, I guess I did know about that point, but for me, it's just really good to know like what the next step is because I think being well, I'm still not a long term investor. I will be in a few days. My first purchase of December of last year will finally turn long. But anyway, so I feel like for me being a long-term investor, and I'm only 22, so I want to know what's going to happen in like the next 30 years. And and like for me, I'm not an analyst, I'm not a financial person, I'm just a regular guy and like for me I just want to know like where's the end goal or like well not even the end goal but where will it be in 30 years by the time that I'm 50 where I'm a little bit older and like will they be paying dividends is this like is buying into Tesla like an ETF like these are the type of like questions that I want to have with my friends and family that are like around me and like they don't have any knowledge about investing and things like that. So yeah, I just first wanted to say that I really love the space, and two, like I want to know what's gonna happen after that.
Okay, well, we do this every Saturday, so we're happy that you're enjoying these spaces. It's good stuff. We get people talking and sharing information, great thoughts, and it's nice. It's awesome. I love it. But what's gonna happen in 50 years? I mean, nobody knows really what's gonna happen in 50 years. But the idea for Tesla is, well, for sure, get uh, the autonomous vehicles out, get that robo taxi. That's the one thing. Then the main thing is the bot, that we can have unlimited labor. Um, then to use these bots to be multiplanetary, that's like the main idea of it. So when Elon wants to send the Starship to Mars to start colonizing it, well, first it'll be the bots that go there, because there's no risk there with the bots. And whether they're teleoperated or not, they will start doing the things that they need to do. And then, they move from there. And I've always said that SpaceX would be the biggest, would be the first company to order the bots from Tesla, 100%. No doubt about that. But looking 50 years ahead is it's a little bit hard to uh, think, because nobody knows what's going to happen, 10 years from now. With Tesla, we have an idea what's going to happen in 10 years, because the roadmap is there. We can see what's happening. But I could tell you what I see, in my opinion, is that I can see it becoming the world's most valuable company. That's for sure. I can see it becoming probably one of the biggest companies in the world. That's for sure. And a company that will change humanity in a good way. I can see that happening. And in terms of financials, I can definitely see Tesla doing a buyback. And if they get to a point where they're making so much money, so much cash, I can definitely see them doing some sort of a dividend. But as long as Elon is the CEO and he's part of Tesla and he's around, there's gonna be something after the bot. There's something gonna be after. I don't know what. There's always something gonna be after the bot. And in my opinion, I think Tesla is an ETF in a way. You got the vehicles in 2012, 2013. They were not, because they only had like vehicles. That's all they focused on. Then it was the energy a little bit, then the FSD and stuff like that. But for ETFs, Tesla is becoming an ETF company. You have the autos, you have the energy, you have insurance coming later, then you have the robo taxis, the FSD, then the FSD licensing, then the bot, then you have it's just certainly services is there as well, and then who knows what could be slapped onto that. So you have so much, into this stock. Like, I would say that Tesla is more diversified than Apple. Because Apple is just, okay, computer, software, services, great. But that's it. Like that's it. Like, they don't have anything else. Like, they've tried to do an EV, but they can't. They wasted $10 billion to make Project Titan. Then that just went down the drain because they said it's too hard to make it. Now, then they said that we're going to focus on the software part for FSD. Good luck. I don't know how they're going to do that. Apple should be staying in their lane. And you know, I don't hate Apple or anything. I love Apple. I think they're a fantastic company. But I'm just saying that Tesla is just more diversified than Apple. And I think
100% agree with you.
yeah, right. And I think Microsoft, yeah, they're just a software company. They don't do anything else. They just rank in a whole bunch of money. Amazon, I think, is more diversified than Apple, in my opinion, because they have AWS, they have the shipping, they have, and a few other businesses
I think
too.
there's still unlocked growth in Amazon. I never sleep on them. I think there's definitely a chance in a future for them, but definitely not on the level of Tesla though. I'm with you 100%, Pejjy. Like, I think Tesla's totally an ETF. That's exactly how I look at it, because these are separate businesses, like you said, that are still inextricably tied together. But sometimes they start off like completely separate with a long-term goal of like how do we tie these together, sort of thing, right? Like, that we sometimes at the beginning we're like, wait, what's going on here? And that's kind of how I view this company, is like, it's it's got all these different things. And at first, even when it was viewed as mostly an EV company, I was just kind of like, wait, why are we doing solar? I don't get it. Like, but now I can see the whole picture a little bit more clearer, and I can't wait for Master Plan 4, because Master Plan 2 is what really got me in, like in 2013, into the stock. Like that's what really sold me, was the vision. And while he like I still think it's crazy that some of these analysts are like, well, he didn't deliver on time on his timeline. It's like, are you really expecting someone to deliver on a timeline that like no one's fucking ever done before? Like, what planet do you live on? And also, when have you delivered on your own timelines, right? Like,
It's amazing, amazing. So Brandon, thank you, Vivek. I second Vivek and Pejjy 100%. What they say is accurate. And Brandon, like, dude, you 22 and you have a vision of 50 year, you're gonna go way, 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 very far. And don't let anyone stop you. If you go out and you talk about Elon, talk about Tesla, and talking about the future, and they're like, you don't know what you're talking about, just give them. It's like, don't even waste your time. You come in Tesla in the right time. This is why you see the bull run. You can witness the bull run yourself, and now you have the conviction that even it's go flat for another 6 years, you know what is a bull run look like. So this will be with you. Whatever stock you're gonna buy, you're gonna start to compare. Hey, is this gonna look like Tesla? And if they don't have CEO like Elon Musk, no fucking way. Like, Elon is do 3D chess in real life. Like, go buy Twitter, turn it to X, help Trump win the presidency, go to the world stage talking to everyone about the sustained energy, and he's a head out there talking the safety of the AI. I think we can rest our case with Tesla is a safe bet. We can rest our case. It is 100%. How you gonna invite your friend to know about Tesla is maybe give them a ride, go take a test drive. When you're gonna go somewhere, rent a car, rent Tesla, have them experience full self driving with you. That's the way. Because they nah or poo about Tesla, it will change if they see it themselves. And Pejjy have a picture of Trump and Tesla sit together. Holy shit! This is a prosper I'm talking about, guy. This is like no one have this. Hello, right now, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg try to be like by the window, like, you guys, hey, let me in too. Trump so strong after he got shoot in the head. Like, dude, you copy Elon's script. Ah, but this is a happy 4 year. This is an excited 4 year. And after Trump, if Vivek or JD get to be a president, we lit for another 4 year. Like, we lit.
yeah.
Okay.
I just
Thank
wanted
you.
to add to what you said, Fuss Guy. Like, Brandon, you're so young, man, and you're getting in on this. Like, you're so far ahead of the game with people that are your age. Like, I'm excited for you, man. Like, I can't wait to, I don't know, maybe hopefully 10 years we're all in this still on here and we're like, hey, how's Brandon doing? I'd love to see how you're doing with like your holdings, man. Cause like for you to have the vision to like, to see it yourself too, like that let, if you were talking earlier, my connectivity went bad, but like if you were talking earlier about like talking to other people and they just kind of poo poo it, like don't let that bring you down. Like, because at the end of the day, you got friends here who also believe in it, and it's like verified proof that what your conviction is true. And the thing is too, like most visionaries are often laughed at. Like you have the vision to see into the future. That's a skill and that's a gift, and you can't let anybody take that away from you. And they're just they're trying to bring you down because they can't see it and they're jealous, and that's it. So you just keep holding strong to your conviction. Now, obviously, do your research and do your due diligence to make sure that it backs it up. But yeah, dude, I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Here, I'll say this.
Thank
Brendan.
you.
I'll say this, Brendan. If I had Tesla stock when I was 22 years old, and I had like, I don't know, 10,000 in or something, I would have 20x that money by today.
The word is sit late. Just sit down at this late AF.
Actually, we'd be like on our own islands.
That's, you know what I mean? So no, my point is that, man, if like I wish I was holding Tesla stock when I was 22. I'm 29 right now. I wish I had, and it's funny because when I was that was 29. No, that's what, 5 years ago? No, 7 years ago. Oh my goodness, yeah, 7 years ago. That's when the stock was like 2017. Oh my god, man! If I knew if I knew if I knew that Tesla was gonna be profitable one day, that was the main reason why I didn't buy it. But if I knew that it was gonna be a profitable company, I would have started buying then, and I would have been in a whole different place now compared to then. So the fact that, Brendan, you're 22 and you have Tesla stock already, imagine 7 years from now. And 7 years from now, Fa has a price prediction of $3,500 per share. So you know what I mean? Like, if you just do the math, it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So you're doing a very good job. You're very young, and you just can't. As long as you're holding it for a long term, you can't lose. You can't lose. So that's what I would say. That's my thought on it. So the sheesh moment, man. Congrats. Congrats.
I would like to set the stage. There you go. We're gonna do this another 15 minutes. 12:30, I'm gonna go make lunch. Okay. I'm gonna make beautiful duck noodle. I think I have duck in the freezer.
Oh man,
That
I
sounds
want to
good.
have some of that.
Yeah, me too. Next time, bring it virtually. Okay. Teddy, I know you keep trying to get as a speaker. You got the floor, my man. What you got?
Hello, everybody. How are you? Thank you for the meeting. There was internet connection disruption here. For that matter, now I meet all of you. For that, I have very much glad to meet you. And as I said last week, I am a newcomer for the Tesla stock investment. And some, I want to have some and clarification.
I think, Teddy, we got some technical difficulties from your end.
I could not hear him.
Yeah, it's a lot of static and stuff. Oh, he just got. Yeah, I think he has bad internet. No worries, no worries. Okay, let's try him again.
Oh, hi. Do you know why EV is the future? Because let me share with you a story. Back in when I was like 2006, even the Tesla share suddenly saw all of a sudden, right? My friend actually told me a story. He told me that, do you know the ICE vehicle, they call it the internal combustion engine? He said it was actually a scam all along just to benefit the oil country. So that time he was working inside this Rolls Royce. So I actually thought he was like so-called like a timing or a lie or something. But after that, when Tesla suddenly saw of a sudden, right, then I started to believe that EV is actually the the future. Why is it the future? Because if you take a look at it, right, EV have zero emission, and this is what the normal oil company cannot do, which is more environmental friendly. Then secondly, there is this internal combustion, which they actually change heat. So in terms of like EV and the ICE, right, the conversion of energy is actually better and is more efficient. And it's actually yeah. Then okay. Then what happened was that when I was in my army, my friend was telling me that, do you know that EV was bad because of the battery itself, because they will just dispose it. So what I told him that, do you know that Apple, right, also produce when you're using this iPhone or this, they are you using the lithium battery. In fact, I told him that this battery is not a problem, because in the past when people doesn't know how to make use of the battery, it doesn't mean that in the future this battery will become a so-called problem. Yeah, so this is what I told him lah. So I still believe that because of this conviction of this like EV is the future, like several reasons lah. Zero emission, more quieter and more energy efficient. Yeah, so there's no reason that EV is not the future lah. In fact, Tesla have many uh, diversified opportunities such as energy. The other one is like what Pejjy have mentioned, that is the Cybercat, which is like coming out next year. Yeah, so I think Tesla is definitely the future, just based on this few reasons, and that's my point.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I hear you. Yeah, 100%. Now I have somebody on YouTube asking me, "What about X phone?" And I'm like, man, I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting questions, questions left, right, and center at work. And people like one of the coworkers that I work with, he's like, "Man, I'm so excited about the Tesla phone coming out." And I look at it, I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, look at this article, man. Look, it's talking about the Tesla phone." And I read the article, of course, it's on Instagram, and it's talking about how the phone is coming and it's gonna look like this and it's gonna have this feature. And I'm just like, first of all, just read the features. It's worse than an iPhone. Like what? The features were just so bad, and I'm just like, it's not true, my man. It's not true. And they're just like, what do you mean it's not true? Everyone's talking about it. Everyone wants to get it, and I'm like, dude, no, no. There's no Tesla phone coming. Elon has made it clear that the only way he'll make a phone is if iOS or Android start to, hog the market, or they stop, addressing the free market. Then he has to step in and do something, right? But for now, neither of them are doing that. So it's like there's no need for us to do a phone. And it's crazy because it's not just one employee, it's not two employees. It's literally like a handful, like dozens of them. And I'm just like, man, if no, just no. It's
That would be a
no.
good way to just like burn the company down, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Just it's like going backwards. Like we're already there. Like what innovation would there be if they were to manufacture a cell phone? That's stupid. Apple's already killed the margins on that with the amount of iPhones that they manufacture. There's no skin in the game for them to even manufacture this at all.
Yeah, I
What
100%
you
agree.
guys think about that rumor molecule? There even a picture on X, the short one. What you
Those are
guys
all
think about that?
renderings. The thing is, like, I haven't heard anything directly from Elon, so I always try to err on the side of caution with that stuff. At the same time, though, he hasn't come out and outright denied it, too, right? So that's kind of where I stand. Is like, if they come out with something like that, that's awesome. If not, I don't like. I think we're still like on a. I'm a little bit. Uh, I'm quite a bit optimistic of the future, with or without the compact car. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my take. I don't know for sure whether that's coming out or not. That's where I stand.
I think the details coming out was really interesting, and it was like pretty accurate with all the stuff. Like the fact that it was talking about that, the um, investor relations came out and discussed with the financial people, whoever they were, saying that yeah, it's going to be called the Model Q. It's the price is this, and it's going to be 15%
Deutsche
less.
Bank.
Deutsche Bank, yeah, that's the
Deutsche
one.
Bank.
Yeah, those guys. And I'm just like, it sounds like it. Like it sounds, but then it doesn't make sense for them to use the Tesla investor, even if it's a fake news. Let's say if it's fake news,
The smoke
you
have
know,
there's just a fire, the smoke, because they're talking last time in Q3. They said definitely they will have the cheaper version come out.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. And what's crazy is that they're talking about like Tesla, like what Vivek said, like they didn't come out and deny it, and it's very interesting that they didn't, they haven't come out and deny it, because whoever this person was to make this article is allegedly saying that no, the Tesla investor came and told us this. Like this is somebody from Tesla. This is someone from
They
Tesla.
said that someone from investment relations, but the thing is
Yeah.
though, like usually someone from investor relations doesn't give out information about products that haven't like that. That's where I feel a little suspicious of it, and like I just I think we should temper our excitement on things where we haven't really like 100% gotten like a confirmation from the horse's mouth. Like I trust Elon confirming it over just like they didn't even name the person who was at that meeting, in my opinion, right? So, but I mean, like I said, if it comes out, that's awesome. If not, like I don't think it really affects, the underlying fundamentals of the company in general. They don't need it. Like these Model 3s and the Model Ys are wildly popular. And they have so many levers that they can pull to like, adjust the price because they're manufacturing these cars at such a high margin compared to their competitors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, once Robotaxi comes in, the Cybercat comes out, none of this will really even matter. But it's still exciting. Like a lot of these Wall Street analysts are looking for this affordable vehicle thing, but that's because they're just, car company, 90%, 80% of the revenue is coming from cars. We have to focus on the cars. But and they're late. They're always late to the game. They're gonna wait until we see what we see with Robotaxis and stuff. Then they're gonna say, okay. Now the vehicles don't matter as much. Now it's all about the robo taxis and the margins and the scale and the volume and entering new markets and all that kind of stuff and increasing the price on FSD and the margins of software as a software as a service. That's what we got to focus on now. No more of the vehicle thing. But until that happens, Wall Street is a horse. To just look one way until something actually happens. Yes, Brandon.
Hey, so I just had a quick question. I've been hearing for a long time that well, from you and other YouTubers that like the revenue from FSD isn't realized until a certain point, and like I just kind of wanted you to like explain like when do they realize the revenue and like why is it not realized? Like to my understanding, it's just because since it's not like checking all of the boxes of the software, but how do they start to realize some of those gains? Because I remember that I think Stephen Mark Ryan, and other people have said that throughout the past few like quarters, they're realizing a little bit more of those FSD revenue.
Good question. Yeah, so it is realized, but it's just not significant enough to add it to the income statement. But I think that'll change next year, maybe end of next year. They'll add a new thing in their income statement, calling it software margins or FSD margins or whatever they want to call it. But it is already part of the income statement. It's just not separated. It's part of the average selling price. It's baked into that. That's what it is baked in. And we can't separate it because we don't know. But if you read the 10K report, they mentioned it every quarter. Like in Q3, they had 326 million in just FSD in revenue, which is crazy. And then in Q2, it was like 200 something million. And it's growing like 50%. Like and it's going to continue growing at a much higher rate because we have so many Teslas on the road. And then if you enable it for Europe and you enable it for China, and then they get FSD, they can do it, then it's just gonna, further continue to be, darn it, continue to exponentially grow. So until I think it reaches a certain amount, maybe a billion or something, then they have to say, okay, we have to separate it and put it in the income statement, and that's gonna be, the part where I'm gonna be very happy because then I can actually properly value it. For my 2025 stock price prediction, I've already segregated it, but it's not. It's hard to tell if the way I did it is even accurate. You're just speculating at the moment. So that's what I'm thinking. So sheesh. So yeah.
Go ahead, Pejjy.
No. I was gonna say the time is up. So I don't know if you want to have any remarks.
I say thank you for everyone to be here, and thank you to spend time with us. And this is fun. A little group chat is fun, and it's actually helping my conviction. I'm gonna buy 2 more shares. Do I need more conviction? I don't think so. Merry Christmas, you all. We're gonna talk again next Saturday, and let's celebrate the Christmas rally, Santa rally together.
Indeed, 100%. Thank you guys for coming. We'll see you guys again next Saturday, same time, and our weekly little chat with Tesla. It's fun. Shout out to Fa for proposing this idea. Sheesh, good stuff. See you guys. Merry Christmas, and have an awesome weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
And we are back here with the YouTube flipping gang. How are you guys doing? Sheesh moment. Wow, that's like almost a 2-hour Spaces. Good stuff. Oh, it's almost midnight here. I gotta get myself to sleep. But there'll be a video coming out tomorrow. Sir Ambassador and I were talking. If you're a member, you guys can view it now. If not, tomorrow it'll be available. So I hope you guys are going to have a great weekend, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. And I love you all. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys in the next video. See ya. Bye-bye. Let's go.